Websites are not the first thing that you want to work on and are a fantastic distraction for those of you that are coaches, consultants, anyone selling high ticket items. The first thing that you need to do in your business is develop your expertise as a salesperson. Welcome to the Action Taker podcast. Hi, I'm Lauren Cosgrave, and I'm a business coach. In this podcast, you'll find an action-packed look at the strategies, tactics, and mindset that lead to successful online coaching, consulting, and service businesses, even if you're a mighty team of one. Hello, Action Takers. Welcome to another episode of the Action Taker podcast. So excited to be here with you this week. And we're going to be talking about websites today. I just have spent the past week working on a revamp of my website, and it's probably my fourth, fifth, maybe even sixth or seventh revamp of my website. And I wanted to share with you some lessons learned from this activity. And first and foremost, why working on your website is rarely a top priority. My business coach always says to me, anytime I'm like, I want to work on my website, he's like, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not your number one priority. And websites are not the first thing that you want to work on and are a fantastic distraction for those of you that are coaches, consultants, anyone selling high ticket items. The first thing that you need to do in your business is develop your expertise as a salesperson. I'm going to say that again. The first thing that you need to do in your business is develop your expertise as a salesperson. I know you may have this shiny new certification, or you may have this amazing service that you know people need. But if you don't know how to sell it, your business will not sustain your mission. Your business will not sustain the activities that you love to do that get you in service and action in service of others. So the website is often where we think that we need to go to. We're kind of wired when we first start our business. We're like, I need this fancy, beautiful website. And maybe you dropped some money on a web developer and you got something that looks good but doesn't really say what you do, doesn't really align with who you serve, but it looks cool. But in high ticket sales, we are not selling from our website. Now, this rule does not apply for those of you that are e-commerce or selling low ticket items. Your website really matters and is a key component of your business. And so that's why I want to make sure that I'm defining this. For those of you that are in the business of selling packages in excess of $2,000, your website is rarely going to be a top priority on your list. So, in that light, and we could talk about becoming experts at sales. I'm going to talk about this in later episodes, but what I'm going to be talking about here is part of building your base camp and where your website does fit into your priority list. And if you need a refresher of building your base camp and what that all means and the different levels of entrepreneurship that I often refer to, go back to episode 1 of this podcast, and I break down for you the Action Taker Priority Guide and exactly what that means. Okay, so when you're first starting, what do you need on a website? Yes, I agree that you need a website, and it should be pretty simple. 1, choose a URL that's typically affiliated with your name or something very easy to remember. Mine is laurencosgrave.com. That's a great place to start, leaves things open. Now, all you really need on a website when you're first getting started is what you do. That's first and foremost. That should be at the top. That should be above the fold in the top portion of your website. Straight away, it should say what you do and would be so clear that a fifth grader would understand it. I do life coaching. I provide transformative coaching services for people going through divorces. I consult businesses on how to do effective sales. Those are all examples of great, fantastic headlines that tell you exactly what you do. Don't focus on, I love joy and peace and inner beauty and, just going down this rabbit hole of all of these things that are pretty and maybe aligned with your brand. We got to cut to the chase. We only have about 3 seconds to capture someone's attention if they visit our website. Got to make it crystal clear on that top part exactly how you help people. Okay, second thing, good to have a little bit about me section, who you are. So keep that real simple too. No more than 1 paragraph of who you are And don't make it your whole resume. Keep it focused on the transformation and the changes that you impact in other people's lives and how you did that. Build your credibility in that bio. And then last but not least, how to reach you. A contact form. It's a requirement now on websites, but you always got to have something out there for people to be able to reach out to you, have it connected to a contact form that'll send you an email. People can reach you, or even better, a book a call link that goes to a scheduling app that'll allow people an opportunity to book in directly with you on a Zoom or a phone call. And that's it. And today, my friends, coaches, consultants, those of you that are listening, there is no reason you can't do this yourself for very, very cheap. You can get a website launched literally in 30 minutes. And coaches, that is all that you need to focus on in the beginning when you're first starting your business and you're focusing on your Basecamp, because sales should be your number one priority, and making sure that you have an awesome CRM. Again, the last episode 4, I spoke about your CRM. Check it out there. So there are so many different websites out there where you could get this going with just a simple page of what you do, who you are, and how to reach you. A lot of them are really cheap. I recommend Kajabi. Kajabi is a platform that I like to use, and I recommend to a lot of my clients. I like to consider myself a Kajabi expert. Again, reach out to me if you have any questions about Kajabi. Feel free to jump into the Action Taker Community Facebook group if you have questions around how to build a website. I'm happy to help you, because literally you can do this in 30 minutes, even if you're someone that says, I'm not techie. And the reason that I really want to drive home the fact that you should do this yourself is when you are first starting your business, when you're in those first 0 to 6 to 9 months phase, you are still figuring out who it is that you serve best typically. And your message will change. Your headline may change. Your About Me section may change. How to contact you may change as you add in things like Facebook groups or social media accounts, or maybe you even get to the point where you're doing webinars or a podcast yourself. And if you know how to build out those basic components of your website, you can have a very professional, beautiful looking podcast that you've done all yourself, and you don't need to pay someone a lot of money to make it look that way and then rely on someone else that's going to take time to tell them how you want it done. You can just go in there and get it done in a flash. So that's the reason why your website should be just simple and basic in the beginning. Now let's talk about that next level. Perhaps when you get into your acclimatization climbs, when you're getting into that phase where you're ready to branch out into that podcast, to start doing more public speaking, putting yourself out there, writing a blog or a vlog is a fantastic way to practice your message, to get in front of your ideal clients. That is when the website can start to become a priority, when it's something that you are using almost like a value add tool. When you have enough content, when you have created enough over a period of time, and typically on average this takes about a year to get to a point where you have enough content that you're like, okay, my website needs to be redone because I have all this great, juicy, amazing information out there and people can't access it from my website, and I want to start driving traffic through those funnels. And it's probably going to be on the backs of doing a ton of Facebook ads. Maybe you've gotten to the point where you have done an online course. And that is when I would say it's okay. I give you permission to prioritize your website, and only for a short period of time. It becomes a special project, and you get in there, you tweak it, you put the puzzle pieces together, and then you can have something that you're proud of. That's exactly what I just went through. I'm just sharing with you the things that I learned and what I see through my clients that I work with in the Action Taker Elite coaching program. And so just to summarize this, your website is not your number one priority when you're first getting started. If you are in the beginning phases of your business, just the first 6 months, get just something simple and basic out there. What you do, who you are, and how to contact you. And do it yourself. Trust me, you can do it yourself. Even if you're not that techie, you can figure it out, and you can always reach out to me in the Action Taker community on Facebook if you have any questions and get stuck. And then when you're ready to prioritize that website, when it's time to come back around and you want to do a revamp, of it is when you start to solidify that message, when you get so certain in who you serve and you have so many products to add value to that person's life and you need to give them those breadcrumbs to get there, that's when it's time to get back into your website and you've built the confidence in the tech to be able to do it yourself because you've been chipping away at it slowly but consistently over time, and you did something just simple and basic that got out there in the world. All right, I hope that this served you, action takers. Where are you at with your website? What help do you need? Remember, I always say don't stay stuck. If you want more help, if you need help getting to that next level, or you need help just getting that basic one out, it scares you and you don't know where to start, please, please, please head over to facebook.com/groups/action taker community. Join the group. You can always DM me. I am in there every single day answering questions. I will send you Loom videos. I do nothing but strive to give you the tools and resources that you need so that you can stay in action serving others. All right, have a great, great day. And until next time, remember that success is inevitable and action taking is replacing the grind.